Hello girls and boys, welcome to Blackboard Techniques. In today's class, we'll be solving the problem number 8 in exercise 1.5. If you check out the playlist in English, you'll be able to find out all the previous example problems and exercise problems with solutions. The video link is in the description. Do check it out. It will be helpful for you. Now we are going to see the question. Here the question is, consider the functions f of x, g of x, h of x as given below. Show that f of g of h, f of g of h in each case. Here the first sub question is f of x equals x minus 1, g of x equals 3x plus 1 and h of x equals x square. This is the question. What is given in the question? F of x, g of x and h of x. What had been asked in the question? F of g, we need to show that f of g of h equals f of g of h. For that, what we are going to do is, we should simplify this first. This is LHS. LHS is nothing but left hand side. So, first we'll be solving this LHS and we'll be solving RHS. So, now we are getting into the solution. For the solution, I have written the given information. What is given in the question? F of x, equals x minus 1, g of x equals 3x plus 1, h of x equals x square. If then we need to show that this equals this. For that, what we are going to do is, we should solve this first. After solving that, we are going to solve this one. Now, I am solving f of g of h. According to the composition of function, how we can expand this? Here, before solving this, we should solve f of g first. What is inside the bracket f of g? We are going to solve this first, f of g first. So for that, f of g equals, how we can expand this according to the composition of functions? If you don't know what is composition of functions, do check out my video. The link is in the description. If you understand that concept, you can solve this problem easily. So now we can expand f of g as f of g of x. We can expand f of g as f of g of x. Then next, what would be the next line? Here in this line, I should apply the value of g of x. The value of g of x that is given in the question. So I am writing the value of g of x, that is 3x plus 1, right? 3x plus 1. 3x plus 1. Now, next, what would be the next line? Here f is given, right? So I am going to consider f of x formula. Here f is given, so I should consider f of x function. In this function, I have to apply this value in place of x. In f of x function, I should apply this value in place of x. Okay, then what would be the next line? Here, this is the formula, right? So, x minus, what is x here? 3x plus 1. 3x plus 1, this is x. I am substituting the value, this, in place of x. So, this is 3x plus 1, this minus 1. Here, this is minus 1. So, I can cancel plus 1 and minus 1. Plus 1 and minus 1, I can cancel. And now, answer is 3x, right? This is the value of f of g. I have found the value of f of g. Now I am going to find out f of g of h. F of g of h. So how we can expand this f of g of h according to the composition of function? We can expand f of g of h of x. Right? Now, here, what will be the next step? I should apply the value of h of x here. F of g. What is the value of h of x here? According to the question, x square, right? So, x square. And now, here, f of g is given, right? F of g is given. So, in f of g function formula, I should apply the value of x square in place of x. That's it. What is f of g here? F of g, 3x, right? So, in this function formula, I should apply the value of x square in place of x. So, this is 3x. 3, what is x here? X square, right? X square. So, the answer is 3x square. F of g of h. What is the answer of LHS? 3x square. We can take this equation, this as equation number 1. Okay. We found the answer for this one. Now we are going to find out the answer for this. Now we can solve this f of g of h. For that, we have to solve g of h first. What is inside of the brackets? G of h, right? So we should find out the value of g of h first, and after finding that, we can do this one, f of g of h. So for this, I am solving g of h first. What would be the expansion of g of h here? G of h of x, right? Then, in this line, I should apply the value of h of x that is given in the question. So now, h of x is x square. And this line, what we have to do? In g, here g is given, so I have to consider g of x. In g of x formula, this is g of x, right? In this function formula, I should apply this value in place of x. That's it. So what would be the answer? Here 3x, right? 3 into x. X value is 3x square. And this plus 1. This is g of h. And now what we have to find out? F of g of h. F of g of h. How we can expand this? F of, before that we can apply the value over here. G of h. What is g of h? 3x square plus 1, right? So I'm applying the value of g of h. Here g of h, x plus x square plus 1. I just apply the value of g of h. And what would be the next step? Here f is given, right? So that we should consider f of x function formula. In that formula, we should apply the value in this value in place of x. This is x minus 1, right? So I'm writing x here. What is x here? This one. 3x square plus 1. And this minus 1. We can cancel plus 1 and minus 1. So I'm getting 3x square. This is RHS. RHS means this one, right? So I can take this equation. I can take this as equation number 2. So we have gotten RHS is 3x square and LHS also 3x square. So this is the answer. How we can write the answer for this? So that from equation number 1 and 2, f of g of h equals f of g of h. Hence, it is verified. This is the answer of 8th problem. So the answer is, how we can write, from equation number 1 and 2, f of g of h equals this, right? F of g of h. Hence, it is verified. Hence, it is verified. This is the answer of 8th problem. This much I had in this video. I hope this video helpful. If you found this video helpful, hit like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel Blackboard Techniques for more updates. We'll see you in another video. Until then, Shiny signing off.